Yes. Hope you are doing well wherever this is finding you. And if not, then I hope that by the end of this class, you're doing a little better. Feeling a little bit more tapped in, a little bit more connected, grounded, present. Go ahead and allow your eyes to close. Let your shoulders drop down away from your ears. Rise up from your seat through the crown of the head. And drop that chin down. Press the back of the skull back just a little bit, so you're taking out that natural curvature in the spine and really straightening out all the way to the top. Taking a few breaths here. And begin to deepen that breath. Draw that breath all the way down into the belly. And exhale. We're going to do this in and out through the nose. Now we're going to begin to take this circular breath. So continue slowing it down. See if you can take it to a count of 6 on the inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause, holding the air out. And inhale. And pause. And exhale. And pause. And inhale. And continue for a few more breaths. And releasing the circular breath. Come back to just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing the eyes to open. We're going to begin to wake up the spine. Taking the hands to the knees. Curving the spine back. Pressing it out through the shoulder blades. And then inhale, chest forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Draw a nice strong breath here, in and out through the nose. And inhale back to center. We're going to take some full circles. So as if your spine is a spoon that scoops through the inside of the pelvis. So just beginning to make nice big circles, scooping with the spine, keeping that head and neck connected to the body as if you have a grapefruit between your chin and your chest. You're holding it there. A few more twists. As you come forward, take it the other direction. Couple more times. And coming to center. In yoga, they say you're only as young as your spine. So continuing to wake up and work through the spine. Coming back to a nice tall seat. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs. Coming for some balance here. Get one side, make sure we get the other side. And with a nice tall spine, go ahead and drop one ear to the same shoulder. Inhale through center. Drop the other ear, other shoulder. And just working through the neck for a few breaths. And then on the next drop, go ahead and bring the chin through center, and we're just doing a half twist. To shoulder and then drop back to center. Ear to shoulder, slowly waking up the neck. And then maybe you begin to make full circles, nice and slow. Direction. And back to center. Beautiful work. We're going to engage our fire breath, our Kapalabhati. So taking a hand to the belly, we're just going to start with a few pumps, and then we're going to do these pumps through a couple exercises. So with your hand on your belly or your diaphragm, right here above the belly button, below the rib cage. Take a deep breath in, feel it expand under your hand, and exhale out. And then inhaling in again. And as if you're a dog panting through your nose, begin the pumping. And exhale. And inhale. And release the hand. Taking one exercise in between, bring your hands up to your shoulders. So your thumb's going to be behind the shoulder, the other 4 fingers in front. Bring your elbows in alignment with the shoulders. And then we're going to begin to twist. So it's going to be an inhale through center and exhale to one side. It's a pretty fast breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Twist from the rib cage. those elbows nice and tall. Keep going for a few more breaths. You've got this. And release to center. Release the hands, close the eyes. Take a breath or two here, feeling the heat she built. And again, just gently allowing the eyes to open. We have one more breathwork practice. This one they've termed, yogis call the ego killer. So we're gonna hold this for a little bit. And this just helps get your mind out of the way. You're gonna take the seat of your body, knowing that you can do it. We're gonna hold it for probably a couple minutes. So it's gonna be the same panting breath, bringing the arms up at an angle, bringing your four fingers curling in and thumbs pointing up, nice and straight. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And on your next inhale, we're going to start the panting through the nose. You can close your eyes. About halfway there, keep straightening those thumbs, keep breathing, you've got this. About 20 seconds. And exhale. And inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, all the way down. Nice work, hands to the knees. Returning as I catch my breath to the nice slow breaths in and out through the nose. Go ahead and make your way onto your hands and knees. So do one more spine awakening. Coming into our cat-cow, inhale, lifting the tailbone and crown. Chin comes up, exhale, press back. And at the pace of your own breath, inhaling forward and exhaling back. And then maybe take a few twists. We're rolling the spine in between the shoulders, making circles kind of like we were on the mat. Scooping out through the pelvic area with the spine, and taking it the other direction. And making your way back through center. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Root the thumb into the mat. Root the pointer finger, the middle finger, the ring finger, the pinky finger, all rooted into the mat. All four corners of the hands. So you're pressing down right now. You feel the entire surface of the palm pressed into the mat. And then go ahead and tuck those back toes under. Press those hips up and back. Bend deeply in the knees to start. As you shift those hips up and back, dropping the chest towards the thighs, begin to straighten the legs. Stepping that left foot towards center, inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step through low lunge. Again, dropping the hips, pressing out through that heel. Maybe you rock the hips forward and backward. Go ahead, drop that back knee to the mat. Continue pressing those hips forward as you inhale up. Chest and body come up, arms come up. Opening the chest, opening the elbows. Anjaneyasana. Keep dropping those hips towards the mat. Pressing firmly into that front foot, finding your balance here. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, placing them to the mat. Shift your hips back. If you have blocks here, I've left my blocks upstairs at the moment. Feel free to place blocks beneath your hands to open through the chest more, open through the spine. Find that nice straight back. And as you straighten through that front leg, keep working that thigh towards the mat, bringing the toes up towards the sky. Breathe into the back of that leg, keep working it. Keep pressing that thigh towards the mat, keep drawing those toes back towards the nose. Finding that nice sweet spot all through the hamstring, the calf, all down the back of that right leg. And just taking some time to breathe into that. Finding the opening, finding the space. And inhale, coming back forward, bending into that front knee. Place your hands, frame the foot, tuck your back toes under, shift those hips up and back to release the right leg. Coming back into your Adho Mukha Savasana, down dog. Walk the dog out. Then one knee and then the other. Right foot comes to center, left foot comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through low lunge. Taking your moment here in low lunge to work the hips back and forth. Dropping that back knee to the mat, press the hips forward, inhale, chest and body come up, squeeze through midline, Anjaneyasana, opening the elbows, opening the heart up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Keep dropping those hips towards the mat. Keep squeezing through midline, thighs squeeze towards one another. Inhale, arms up, Exhale, place hands, hips shift back, half Hanumanasana. Again, take the blocks here if you like to help get that nice straight spine, that opening through the chest. Keep pulling the toes towards the nose, keep working that front leg straight. Again, breathing here for a moment, taking some time to find some opening through the back of that left leg. On your next inhale, bending back into that knee. Place the hands, tuck the back toes under. Just shift the hips up and release. Inhale right over those arms, high plank. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, back, down dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, forward. Exhale, drop down, straight down, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up. And exhale, back. Go ahead, bend one knee and then the other. Walking out the dog. Coming a little deeper, inhale that right leg up. Exhale, step through. Dropping that back knee to the mat again right away. Take that right foot out to the very, very right edge of the mat. Beginning to roll onto the outside edge of that right foot as the knee rolls out and open towards the side wall. Maybe you stay up on palms. If this is already a deep opening through the groin and hips, maybe you come down onto your elbows. And taking our time as we work through the hips. On your next inhale, beginning to press back up onto high hands. If you came down onto your elbows, begin to shimmy that right foot back towards center, framing the foot, tucking the back toes under, and pressing back. One inhale here, one exhale here. On your next inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through, right knee comes to the mat. Do that shimmy out and rolling out onto the outer edge of that left foot. Maybe you make your way onto your elbows. Taking your breaths here. On your next inhale, coming back up. Shimmy that front foot to center, back toes tuck, up and back. Inhale, bend the knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step your feet up to your hands, forward fold. Taking a breath or two in forward fold, pressing through all four corners of the feet as you drop your chest towards your thighs. Shake your head, yes. Shake it now. Completely releasing in the head and neck. Tuck that belly button up and in. We're tightening through the core with a nice strong core, flat back, reverse swan dive all the way up to standing. Inhale into that mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to face you, but you can stay at the front of your mat if that's facing the camera. So from this standing position, you're going to just come down into a squat with the hands on the mat, tented, up on the fingertips in front of you. You're going to bring your feet in towards one another till the heels are touching and the toes might be an inch or two apart. So you're going to use the hands for balance. We're going to do some froggies here. We're going to do 15 froggies. So you're going to straighten the legs, keeping them on your tiptoes. Up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. That's 3, 4. Keep breathing, nice strong legs. That's 10, almost there. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one, inhale up, exhale down. If you're still at the front of the mat, just placing the feet on the mat, coming back into your forward fold. Bend at the knees, place the hands, step back, high plank. And go ahead and just drop knees, chest, chin, pressing the chest through the shoulders, opening the heart, baby cobra. And holding here for a breath or two. Allow the work to come from the spine. The hands are just here supporting. The hands are not bearing most of the weight. Just a couple more breaths. And pressing into the hands, shifting the hips back and up, down dog. We're coming into our pigeon. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, place through, shin comes to the mat. As the back knee comes down, you may have your blocks or pillows. If that right hip is far from the mat, you might support under that right hip with a block or pillow. Beginning to shift that right hip towards the mat, peek back. Sorry, left hip towards the mat, peek back. Is that left leg tracking straight behind you? If your setup is good and you feel supported, and you can go a little bit deeper into this opening, and maybe you begin to walk yourself down onto your elbows. On your next inhale, beginning to press back up, tucking those back toes under, hips come up to release. And maybe you walk the dog out here. Maybe you notice a difference between the left hip and the right hip. Inhale now, left leg up and through. Back knee comes to the mat. Finding that positioning, maybe supporting with that block. Take that peek back. Is the right leg tracking straight behind? Taking your time to find your alignment, to find your setup. Closing that right hip towards the mat. And then from there, maybe coming onto your elbows or your forehead. On your next inhale, beginning to press up onto those hands, tuck those back toes under, shift those hips up and back. Find that release back into down dog. One foot and then the other. And go ahead, make your way onto your hands and knees as you shift those hips around, coming to seated. Let's go ahead and take a Navasana or a boat while we're here. Just a couple beautiful ground exercises for grounding before we go. Go ahead and lift those shins up off the mat, parallel to the mat. Knees are at a 90-degree angle. You're finding that nice balance point at the back of your sits bones. Still holding on to the backs of the thighs. Draw your chest forward. Straighten your spine as much as you can. Reaching through the crown. Now maybe you let go for a breath or two. Drawing the chest towards the knees, knees towards the chest. And release. Holding behind the thighs, begin to roll the spine onto the mat, one vertebra at a time. As you reach the mat, walk those heels in as close as you can to your body. Arms come down by the sides. Gonna take a Setu Bandha Sarvangasana or bridge pose. Go ahead and start by rolling those shoulder blades under onto your back just a little bit, and we'll go a little deeper as we begin to rise. Draw the knees together, begin pressing into the heels, rolling up the spine, off the mat, one vertebra at a time. When you've reached as high as you can go there, tuck the shoulders under a little bit more and keep pressing. As you press through all four corners of the feet, keep drawing the knees towards one another. Squeezing through the glutes, breathing here, opening the chest. Keeping that chin tucked, gazing forward, keep pushing firmly into the feet. One more breath, give it all you've got, go as high as you can. And exhale, begin unrolling the shoulders, begin rolling the spine down one vertebra at a time. Tuck that tailbone so it can come to the mat last. And taking a couple breaths here. For a nice counter pose, draw those knees into the chest and give them a hug. Maybe you rock from side to side. And as you bring the soles of the feet back to the mat, cross that right ankle over the left knee, opening into a figure four. As the left foot comes up and off the mat, make sure you keep that right foot flexed. Grab behind the thigh or in front of the shin, opening into your figure four. As you draw with your hands, that shin towards the chest, press that tailbone back towards the mat. And release. Uncross and recross on the other side. Taking that bind with the hands, drawing that shin towards the chest. Keep that top foot nice and flexed. As you keep pulling in, pulling in, pulling in, press that tailbone towards the mat. Find that opening in the back of the hip, and we're going to breathe here. And exhale, release. Taking that right ankle back over the left knee, drop both knees over towards the left. Hold on to that right knee with the left hand. Gaze back over that right shoulder. Supine twist. Releasing in the lower back, the lumbar spine. Just taking a few deep breaths here. Inhale up through center, switch the cross. And drop both knees over towards the right, gaze out over your left shoulder. And inhale back through center. As you uncross, draw those legs out long. Bringing the arms out along your side, tuck the shoulder blades under onto your back. Palms up, feet relaxed, shoulders relaxed, hands relaxed. Head relaxes. Find that midpoint at the back of the skull with a nice straight neck. Relax in the head, relax in the mind, relax in the brain. Relax around the eyes. Relax the tongue, the lips, the throat, the jaw. I'm taking a few moments to just breathe here. And taking an extra deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, bringing awareness back into your body. Back into this room. Maybe you take a deep morning stretch with the arms out overhead. As you're ready, go ahead and bring the soles of your feet to the mat. With your knees bent and soles on the mat, go ahead and roll onto your side for fetal position. And beginning to press yourself up to seated. Bringing your hands to heart center, pressing the base of the thumbs into the heart. Dropping the chin towards the chest, taking one last moment with yourself before rising up into your day to just set an intention for the day. Maybe it's to meet anything that arises with grace. Maybe it's to build a little bit more strength in your body. Whatever it may be. Maybe it is to have a new connection. Whatever that is, set that intention now. Thank you for joining me for class today. Namaste.